What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome to another DC comic news and update type video. We finally got a first look kind of at Batman Death in the Family, and I'm kind of recording off my phone here because it's kind of the best chance I got, but yeah, so basically this here is kind of a press release for Death in the Family. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But with Death in the Family, it's going to be something very unique and interesting amongst the DC animated type movies. It's kind of a showcase short, but with this, it's going to be their very first interactive movie. So think kind of like the Telltale series, but in a movie format. So like each decision that you make kind of dictates the way the story is going to go. So for instance, Jason Todd will kind of end up as the Red Hood. He can end up as Hush. He can end up as Red Robin. There's so many different possibilities. So it kind of ties back into so let's go ahead and read this little press release synopsis thing, and we'll get going. In 1998, DC fans had the remarkable chance to choose Robin's fate, as thousands of comic readers worldwide voted whether Jason Todd should live or die at the hands of the Joker. Famously, they chose for Jason to die, creating a comic book history in the process and shaping the future of the character who eventually was reborn as the vigilante Red Hood. But if you had the chance to do it again, would you make the same choice? Warner Brothers Home Entertainment was about to give you the opportunity. Only this time you won't be making the choice by calling 900 number, remember those, but by clicking Blu-ray remote produced by Warner Brothers Animation. DC Showcase Batman Death of the Family is an anthology of the 2009-2020 animated shorts, anchored by a new extended length short that adapts the iconic Batman Death in the Family comic book storyline by Jim Starlin and Jim Aparo. However, in a fitting twist, the Batman Death in the Family short will make an interactive approach of Warner Brothers Home Entertainment first and offer viewers an opportunity to choose which direction the story goes by making choices using their remote control. As if that isn't fascinating enough, this take on the classic storyline also boasts some intriguing connections to the popular 2010 movie Under the Red Hood, which is an amazing movie, and if you haven't seen Under the Red Hood, you definitely got to check this thing out. So, as you can see here, we have the cover here. The cover looks great, by the way. DC usually does some really great covers. Produced and directed by Brandon Vietti, who's also famous for his work on Young Justice, and I believe he directed Under the Red Hood. In Batman Death of the Family, the infamous murder of Batman protege Jason Todd will be undone, and the destinies of Batman, Robin, and the Joker play out in shocking new ways as viewers make multiple choices to control the story. And while Batman Under the Red Hood may provide a baseline on which the story is draped, it also branches in new directions and features several characters from previously unseen in the original film. Bruce Greenwood's back, Vincent Martella, Phineas and Ferb, John DiMaggio reprise the roles of Batman, young Jason Todd, and the Joker, respectively. Other featured voices are Sarah Vazel, Young Justice, as Talia al Ghul, and Gary Cole as Two-Face and James Gordon. It's kind of a shame that Jensen Ackles isn't in this, at least to my knowledge. Vietti, as many fans know, is the director of Batman Under the Red Hood, as well as the co-director of Superman Doomsday, the very first DC Universe movie. He's also the co-creator and co-executive producer on Young Justice, the mega popular animated series which offers its own unique take on DC's pantheon of superheroes, with an obvious closeness to the character of Jason Todd and understanding what fans respond to when it comes to DC heroes and villains. Vietti is the perfect director to shepherd such a unique adaptation of this groundbreaking story. So you can go ahead and watch the trailer. I've already watched it. I think it looks pretty interesting. I didn't realize Jason Todd would become Red Robin, and he also becomes Hush at one point in the trailer based on the decisions that you make, so that's pretty unique. So again, this kind of goes into a press release thing. Batman Death in the Family is essentially a comic book come to life. We paid homage to the 1998 interactive experience of DC's A Death in the Family comic, released by giving fans a unique opportunity to craft their own story through a branching tool that can lead in multiple directions. The viewer gets to choose these characters' paths, and each path paves an alternate future for all of the characters and ultimately the story. In other words, you may think you know the track of story pops up, yada yada, interactive way for viewers, option let the Blu-ray decide its own path, but really, why would you do that? Interesting. Batman Death and Family promises is packed with Easter eggs and touches of a number of compelling themes, including fatherhood, mental health, death, rebirth, blah, 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 blah. From the very first navigation card, we want to give the audience an impression of what they're getting into, but then also give them something unexpected, maybe even something they'll regret. So they have to think twice about every future choice they make. Again, this is fun, it's interactive, it's unique. Branch storytelling has to be stronger than just gimmick of the choice. It has to be rewarding and offer a new and worthwhile insights into the characters. It needs to involve you and keep you searching for the next twist. So we ought to subvert expectations and do something very different. Along with this, there's also going to be a couple of shorts attached to it. Sergeant Rock is one. We have Sandman's Death, which was attached to Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Now that short I've watched, that short is absolutely incredible. It's better than Wonder Woman Bloodlines. That's the best thing on that whole Blu-ray is that short. Superman Red Sun, there's the Phantom Stranger, there's Adam Strange, which is one that's on the Apocalypse War one, which I still haven't watched. So there's a couple of different shorts on there. Yada yada, some good ones. We'll also be available through digital starting October 13th. So on October 13th, you'll be able to pick this thing up. If you like an interactive version of Batman the Family, you need to buy the Blu-ray edition. So yes, so October 13th, definitely going to be picking this thing up. The digital edition features Death in the Family extendedly short and non-interactive format. Pre-assembled version of the story entitled Under the Red Hood Reloaded. So basically, you're not going to be able to get the interactive version unless you get the Blu-ray. So when October comes around, picking up the Blu-ray, and you get the shorts in there. So this is an incentive to buy the Blu-ray. And yeah, that's basically it. So it comes out in October, and I think this is a cool, unique experience. Definitely something very different. I don't really recall very many interactive movies. I remember hearing about an interactive movie that was in the 90s or whatever, and fans would get the chance to kind of vote. Like, the audience gets to, the seats were equipped with like buttons, and you get to kind of choose what should happen next based on like the polls that everyone voted for. But again, that's kind of a unique storytelling perspective. And again, this is something unique. It's very different. They're getting creative with this thing. And it also has a neat way of tying back into like the whole choice of what happens. So we can be as cruel as we want. It takes inspiration kind of from the Telltale games, which I think are pretty fun, awesome games. And yeah, I am super duper stoked for this thing. I will go ahead and leave a link in the description below for you to check this thing out. But again, I did not expect this type of direction for Death in the Family, but I'm super stoked. I can't wait to check this thing out. Come October, I'm definitely going to be checking this out and watching it and playing it out in different scenarios just to see where the story's going to go from based on my choices and such. So anyways, what are all of your thoughts on this unique attempt at Batman Death in the Family, an interactive movie? It says so right then and there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit that bell for notifications, subscribe for more content. I got more stuff coming up along the way. I'm going to be kind of out of town starting this weekend, so I may or may not have some new videos coming out, but at least I wanted to get this thing out here, and we'll kind of see where we go from there. But I definitely, when I get back from my vacation, I'll tell you what, it's going to be content overload. So, yes. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks again. As always, I really appreciate everybody watching these videos and subscribing to the channel. I guess I should say is, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Batman, Death in the Family, interactive movie. Should be cool. All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.